Hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Thank you to my returning subscribers, and if you haven't already subscribed, then please do subscribe to this channel. It helps me out massively, and I love reading your comments and seeing what you have to say. So we're going to get into this reading today and see where your energy is right now, anything that you need to know. If this does resonate with you, just drop a comment down there so I can see that. I'd love to know. And if you would like to book a personalised reading off the back of this reading, then please do get in touch. And we can pretty much go into whatever it is that is on your mind right now. So, I over-explained that a little bit there, didn't I? Maybe that's something to do with the energy today. Maybe, do you over-explain yourself sometimes? Do you feel yourself trying to say more than you need to say? Let's see what the energy is. Spirit, eagle. Now this makes me feel, whenever I see eagle or buzzard or any kind of bird of prey, they tend to fly really high. And when they fly high, it's like taking a different perspective on things. So you could be right now really closely working with your spirit guides in being shown a different way of being, a new way of living. You're taking a different perspective on things. Now this could be changing the way that you communicate. This could be changing how you communicate with yourself, actually. Maybe like what we just picked up on there, of that trying to over explain. Maybe you're starting to drop back a little bit from doing that, and maybe you're saying less now than you used to. Maybe small talk and things like that isn't your thing anymore, and you're able to just sort of walk away. And this is the energy I'm feeling today. So if that sounds like where you're at right now, then this could be your reading. Upheaval, the vulture and asphodel. Now the vulture again is another, these are all like something about prey, but vultures are more sort of scavengy, aren't they? They will pick over the bones of something else. Now that's another thing that I'm feeling from this upheaval is you've been picking over the bones of something. You've had a few realizations because you've been picking over these bones. And like vultures, they will observe, won't they? They will wait out a point before they can get their food, get their meal. You know, they will wait out the other animals leaving the carcass before they step in and jump in. So there's something about that as well. You are able to wait more, being more patient with yourself, I feel. And maybe being more patient with others as well. Perhaps you're taking a different perspective on many aspects of your life, not just over yourself, but over others too. Now what I've just noticed on there is this is numbers, so what's 0? And this is the energy of the Fool, the card, the Major Arcana card in Tarot. So it'd be interesting if the Fool card actually comes out today. But this is about sort of like taking a chance, having a leap of faith, and sort of, you know, being able to move along, being really happy with who you are, content with who you are, you know. And it's almost like people either accept you or they don't, and you're starting to be okay with that. You're taking a different perspective. Let's see what your energy is in with runes. Yeah, you're setting some healthy boundaries actually with people in your life. There may be some people in your life that you're feeling a bit like, you know, you maybe how they talk to you or how they've been around you, you've thought, I don't know if I like that. But what I'm seeing here is somebody that is taking a boundary, but you're placing it in such a way that actually feels like a kindness. It feels quite nice. It's almost like you are smoothing out a few things in your life at this time. You're smoothing out perhaps where there was upheaval, where there were arguments or things were a bit rocky. Things are now starting to be more plain sailing, and this is connecting you on an ancestral level. This is actually like the timeline that you're in right now is really enabling you to feel a deep connection, a tribal connection, it feels like. So perhaps you kind of feel like you fit in to something at this time, or you're able to speak up at this time. You're finding the right fit for you. You're finding the right space for you. And there's nothing better than being in a place where you feel valid for what you think, you feel, for just being yourself, you know. And this is what you're starting to realise. You've had a real breakthrough. this is a new chapter. It's the dawn of a new day for you. Dagaz is all about that dawn. And this timing of everything, you know, you've realised now how elusive time can actually be, and that actually, you know, this wouldn't have worked a few months back. It wouldn't have worked maybe a year or two ago, but it works now because you went through the process to get to where you are right now. And this is showing you everything. It's illuminating everything that you needed to see, that you wanted to see. I'll say wanted to see more. Taking that different perspective is giving you a bigger view, a bigger overall picture of what is happening in your life at this time, of what is working for you. So let's get into the tarot cards right now, because I want to see your current situation, what this reading is all about. Let's see what card represents that for you. Okay. The High Priestess. Yes, you are following your intuition. You are being guided by your intuition. It's almost like everything that you wanted to embody in your life, you're feeling like you're there now. It feels very structured, very stable. Almost like you really know that where you are right now is home. It's where you need to be. You don't feel like you are under any illusion anymore. You don't feel like you're trying to get away from anything anymore. There's something about gossip on this as well, where you may be stepping away from gossipy people, or you're stepping away from conversations and people that are kind of a little bit shallow or surface level. You're looking for deeper connections, and I feel like you created this sort of bubble for yourself where you're really guided by your intuition, you know, how you feel, things that people are saying. You're almost able to see through what people are saying to you, understanding things on a much deeper level. There's something about roses as well that is significant with this. So it's the fruits that come from the roses, you know, like the rose hips. So something that you're growing right now, it had a sharpness to it. It had something to it that you weren't able to quite grasp at the time. But you know there's coming a point where the fruits of your labour are going to be obvious. You know, it's going to be obvious for all to see. I keep wanting to say quickening. There's like something feels like it's speeding up right now, and that's why Dagaz is here. It's like something's picking up momentum. It's picking up that speed, but in a positive way, in a good way. What is your challenge right now? What is your challenge right now? What is your challenge? The Page of Pentacles. So your challenge at this time is the energy of you feeling like you can attract this to you. It's maybe when you were younger, you perhaps didn't reward yourself or didn't give yourself the things that you wanted. Maybe even now in your life you feel like you can't treat yourself. But there's an energy coming through that's kind of guiding you to like just enjoy everything that's around you, enjoy what you have. I do feel a sense here of somebody that's struggled in a financial way many times over, and maybe that is still happening for you now. And this is what this reading is kind of suggesting on here, is this different perspective that you're taking, the way that you're going about things and aligning yourself with an ability to not have to worry about money at this time, not have to worry about that anymore. But this is coming from, it feels like some kind of conditioning here from when you were younger, maybe your parents or whoever you grew up with. Perhaps they were always, you know, making do and not really treating themselves and things like that, and you've grown up to be that way yourself. But now there's this energy of like, well, you know, just attract to you what you want. You don't have to, it doesn't mean you're greedy if you are going after something that is you know, interesting for you. There's something here about learning as well. So what I'm feeling from this is somebody taking on some kind of training, and this training, it feels like something to do with like the health and wellness industry. So that if that resonates with you, this is for you. But there's something about not feeling like you are able to speak up about that, or you're not able to, or there's a fear around you not knowing enough, and people thinking, you know, like imposter syndrome, you know, this person doesn't know what they're talking about, that kind of thing. But this seems to be something that resonates with you. So it could be a challenge for you to put yourself forward in this way, although it's starting to become a thought process that is driving forward. Yeah, and this is the Ten of Cups on the bottom there. Ideally, in your mind, you want something that brings you contentment. It's like a stable space for you to work from, for you to live from. This feels like that's your ideal outcome. That's what you would like. Yeah. Let me see what else we have. So what do you need to focus on right now? Where should your focus be at this time? Okay. So we've got the Judgment card in the reverse. It says karma on here, but it's judgment. So there is doubt here. There's self-doubt, a lot of self-doubt. So what you need to focus on is whatever's happened in the past, whatever patterns you feel are coming forward with you, you do have the ability to collapse those patterns if you don't feel that they're serving a purpose for you. To do that, you have to communicate this. You have to actually speak up and say, I'm seeing myself do this and I don't want to do this anymore. Because it is actually causing you to doubt yourself and it's affecting your self-worth as well. Let's just get more clarity on that for your focus. So we've got the Queen of Wands. Yeah, so your focus on here is about building your confidence again, but in a positive way, you know. This is about being so sure of yourself, so much in your own personal power that you don't need validation of other people. You don't need other people to make you feel a certain way because it's already within you. Now this card did come out this way and I've turned it up this way. This is the energy of focusing on embodying this Queen of Wands. Whether you're male or female here, it doesn't matter. It is full of passion. You know, remember what your passion is. What makes you feel good? What do you appreciate in your life that makes you feel good? That makes you feel, makes you feel worthy, you know, gives you that worth. There's a lot of healing coming through from these words right now. I can feel it. So if you're listening to this and this is resonating with you, take it in. Because this is the energy of, you know, she's holding there a staff of hawthorn, and hawthorn is the tree of love. So it's about you being sturdy in your love, in what you're passionate about. Focus on that. Don't focus on doubting yourself. Don't focus on needing validation of others. Focus on you embodying everything that you need within you, and you will align with what resonates with that. Okay. Let me see. Sometimes I feel there's an energy of holding back how you truly feel about things, because it's almost like you don't want to show too much, because it's almost it makes you feel vulnerable maybe. But what's been suggested here is about taking that new perspectives, overseeing things in a different way, setting boundaries, yes, but making sure that you understand and realise, like, actually this is the new chapter for me, this is the dawn of a new day, and I can be who I want to be. I can show my true self. And there's a lot of that coming out in this, about being true to yourself. Okay, so what do you need to let go of at this time? What do you need to let go of? Okay, there's a need to let go of needing speed, like needing things to be happening quicker or faster. It's almost like try and let go of the outcome here and just be present in the moment, in the journey. Okay, because there could be an energy of sometimes feeling like things get a bit overwhelming and a bit too much and you just want to drop everything and run. But I feel like you've kind of had a bit of an epiphany about that, or an awakening, where it's like you've taken a different perspective. Instead of running away, or you've watched yourself running away and realising, actually, in doing that, I've missed out on what's going on over here. And now you're teaching yourself to slow things down. So this is what to let go of, is that haste, that speed. You know, you don't have to make a quick decision on this. You've got time. You've got time. So what is your strength? What is your strength right now? Justice. Your strength is integrity and truth, you know. It doesn't matter. I read something earlier that was about, you know, somebody loving a person that speaks the truth, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's difficult, even if you know it's going to be a little bit painful for somebody else. Truth is where it's at, because it's honest, it's open, it's real. And the more real you can be, the more open and honest you can be, the better. You know, when you can say to somebody like, I really feel, I'm feeling this is my truth, you know. And if you can be around a person and speak your truth, and that person doesn't run away or doesn't get defensive or challenge you, you can just speak it, you know, then that's when you realise, you know, this is something unconditional that I'm in. This is a space that is good for me, that I feel safe in. So for some of you, you may have hidden the truth perhaps before because of fear of people responding to it or reacting to it in a way that impacts you in a negative way. But now you're starting to realise, actually, or hopefully you will start to realise that, you know, if I don't doubt myself and I see my worth and I don't need validation off everybody else, and I'm just being me and being truthful, you know, who's meant to be around you will stay around you. Who isn't, they will go. It will show you everything, you know. Daggers is about this breakthrough. It's breaking through the light and seeing things, breaking the illusion, seeing things clearly. And that's where you're at right now, is just this observation, looking over things, how you are being your true authentic self and how people react or respond to that. Okay. Now let's see, what advice do we have for you? What advice do we have for you? The Nine of Pentacles. Enjoy yourself. You know, this is a time, I feel, for you going out and enjoying yourself with friends, having a good time. There's an energy with this of just feeling some kind of desire. You know, whatever you're desiring at this time, go and fulfill it. But again, obviously with that truth and integrity, always remember that. But if this is something that you need to do or something that you're enjoying, don't feel guilty about anything else. You know, don't worry about anything else. Don't feel like you have to be on parade or anything like that. You just need to be you. Take your time to do that. I can see something about a sheet or sheets. It's like bed sheets or something. This to me is a bit like, you know, it's like you want your bed to be nice and flat, or like that Princess and the Pea kind of scenario. If there's something niggling you at this time, then sometimes you've got to completely take everything off and redo it. Okay, so if there's some kind of niggle here, if there's something that's irritating you within your energy that's kind of preventing you from fulfilling this desire, then that needs to be ironed out. That needs to be looked at. So what is that? Okay, it is this want to basically, like, it's like a new idea. There's newness on the horizon. It's like an inspired thought. Now, if that's there, you need to release that, or you need to express it. Basically, it feels like there's something that you need to express at this time. It's going to bring transformation into your world as well. If it hasn't already, there is starting to be some transformations going on, but this is going to transform things even more, okay? When you allow yourself to fully drop down into what it is that you desire. Be free to say what it is, you know, be open to it. It is something that, you know, what you're heading towards at this time is a long-term thing. You know, you've been assessing the situation for some time, and you're starting to realise, actually, I have got a lot going for me here there's things perhaps you've only just really realised what is around you, what is supporting you, what is good for you. You know, just allow yourself to enjoy it. Let's see what we have for you. So what are your hopes and fears at this time? King of Wands, that's interesting. You've got the Queen over there as well. Okay, so the hopes really, well, and the fears, I suppose, what this can suggest is about sometimes the King of Wands can be a bit greedy, or can be sort of a little bit full of himself, and a bit too sure of himself, you know, a bit too cocky, confident. It's very charismatic energy. But because the Queen of Wands is here, it's been balanced out. And it feels to me like someone that perhaps just needed a little bit of surrounding to create a boundary within your energy to help you feel safe and protected. It's a bit like, you know, a baby being swaddled. This is the energy I'm picking up on. I hope I'm making this clear. So the energy here of like hopes and fears is about wanting to be swaddled, wanting to be held in an energy that feels safe and comfortable, but not wanting to feel trapped or restricted. Okay, so the energy around this is all about that boundary and protection, you know, because algae sometimes can represent like the protection that a mother would give to a child. But you know how sometimes, you know, if a mother is too protective over a child, that child doesn't learn how to be in the world. And then when they are out in the real world, they won't know what to do because they always had their mom like wrapped around them. So there's something in this energy with hopes and fears of you wanting to feel safe enough in something, but at the same time not restricted by it or trapped by it. So there's something about sexual energy on there as well, of like, you know, trusting yourself in situations, too, perhaps in relationships, or having a person in your life that you feel you can trust. What else do we have for you? The Ten of Cups again. So yeah, this is about, definitely somebody that's watching this video is hoping for this long-term, committed, abundant energy. This is like a wish fulfillment, fulfilling life with everything you could ever want or need, you know. This is in your energy of like, as we come into an outcome, and the outcome here is showing us a really balanced, I keep getting this energy of like balanced masculine and feminine, which is great. It does feel very, very strong in that. You know, things have changed quite a bit, and there is an element of, it's a bit like when you transfer a plant into a new pot. There's a time where you just have to kind of let it settle a little bit before you make any more changes. So that might be the energy where you are right now. Is just enjoy your time, enjoy where you are right now. There may be some more changes to be made along the way, but it doesn't have to happen overnight. It doesn't have to be right now. So what is your final outcome on here? The Six of Wands. So the energy here is about triumph and victory. You know, you are heading into a time that brings a lot. You're going to be seen as well. It's like for once you're going to feel like you actually really belong, that you are seen, that you're heard. It's almost like somebody feeling like a king or queen in their life, basically. You know, people respecting you, people seeing your triumph. And you can be proud of yourself. It feels like you're entering a time and a space where you can really be proud of yourself, proud to be you. I've seen the Fool on the bottom there twice now as well. So I'm going to say that there is this, there may be something around you that could be temptation that will try and pull you to take a chance or to do something. It's recommending that you don't come off this course right now, that you don't sway off this course, because that may reinforce that belief that of not being worthy and self-doubt and things like that. So just be aware of anything that will try and pull you away from this journey that you're on at this time, that is bringing you balance. It feels like balance. Remember that Knight of Swords, that challenge of haste and trying to do things too fast, or, you know, move too quickly, or change things regularly, that kind of thing. This is about being stable and steady. Okay. So I'm going to leave this reading here for you. If that resonates with you and you want to know more about this, my details are down in the description box. So please do get in touch, and I will speak to you very soon. Have a blessed day.